So hey guys, today is Friday, February 24th when I'm recording this, but when you guys are seeing this, it's gonna be Friday, Wednesday is the 1st, Thursday, March 3rd, the day my giveaway ends. Anyway, so you may have seen a post on Instagram this week about me getting some ashes, or the whole Lent thing. So for this week's Faith Friday, I thought I would talk about what Lent is all about, because it's coming up, or in this case it's already here. So hold on, let me just go back to where I was. Anyways, the definition of Lent is... What is the definition of Lent?
There are two words spelled like Lent.
Lent.
Lent means the period preceding Easter that in the Christian church is devoted to fasting, abstinence, and penitence in commemoration of Christ's fasting in the wilderness. In the Western church it runs from Ash Wednesday to Holy Saturday, and so includes 40 weekdays.
Thanks, Siri.
I live to serve.
So basically, Lent is a time of, well, at least I think of it as a time of reflection, just to think about what we have in the Christian faith, and think about what Jesus did for us, the ultimate sacrifice, going through the stations of the cross, being nailed on the cross on that faithful Good Friday. Wow. He walked for like a long time carrying that cross, and I often think, because I have cerebral palsy, and one of my friends has gastroparesis and hypoparathyroidism. I think I said that right. Sorry, Danica, if I didn't. Another one of my friends that she has a feeding tube. Danica does. Another one of my friends has a feeding tube. Most of my friends, if not all of them, suffer from some type of deal with some type of mental illness. And it just makes me think every year, like, wow, he bared a cross for us, and we have all these crosses to bear, and sometimes it's not easy, but then again, sometimes I reflect on that. I'm like, wow, if he could bear the ultimate sacrifice, which is his life, and if he could make it through walking through that desert of having no food, no water, no nothing, we're stronger than we think we are, because we're strong because of him. Basically, so if you're not Christian and you don't know what Lent is, basically, it's a time of just reflecting and just being mindful of things. A lot of times people give up something for Lent, like if they give up sweets, or they give up smoking, or they give up, some people give up sex or whatever, or, stuff like that. I do none of those things ever, so I don't do them in my daily life, so I wouldn't have to give them up. Basically, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to just try to use my vlog for those 40 days as maybe look up a new verse of the day, or maybe do something nice for someone, maybe go volunteer somewhere and try to make the world a better place, because especially with YouTube, the YouTube culture is constantly changing, and it's all about who has more followers than this one, and whose scandal is coming out now, and it's not my favorite thing in the world to see, so maybe I can try to change the YouTube culture a little bit, but I'm definitely going to look up some of my favorite devotionals throughout the month, or 6 weeks or whatever, I'll be making an Ash Wednesday, Good Friday, and Easter Sunday vlog, so definitely watch out for that. And if you want to know what some of my favorite devotionals are, I do have a video on that in the Faith Friday playlist. I think it was episode 3. Yes, it was. That, what my favorite devotionals are, what my iPhone apps are that I use. So, let me pose a question to you guys. When do you have the best time for reflection? Because this whole Lent period, as Suri so kindly told us, is all about reflection. And I know days are busy, and like my day is very hectic as a college student, and I'm sure everyone else's day is also. So if you all do daily reflection, when do you do it? Do you do it in the shower? Do you do it before you go to bed? Because I'm really going to try to just reflect on and be mindful and say, what did I do for Jesus today? Did I do something for Jesus today? Did I do something for someone else in Jesus' name? Was I a good person today? Did I curse somebody out? You know what I mean? So I'm really going to try to reflect. I think I'm going to start journaling too over this month. Because I have a lot of emotions that I don't really express. Some anger, some sadness, some happiness, some whatever. So I think I'm going to try to express some of those in a journal. And I'm going to maybe every day write down a favorite verse of mine. So I'll start with today. My favorite verse today is the one I'm getting of a tattoo, and it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. It's Philippians book 4, chapter 13. I think, or Philippians 4:13. I think it's the book. Oh, Philippians. Wait, is it Philippians verse 4? Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. I think. That's going to be my next Faith Friday. How to look up Bible verses in the Bible. That's going to be, yeah. But anyway, I just want to wish my fellow Christians, my fellow Catholics, a happy Ash Wednesday, a happy Easter Sunday, and a happy Lenten season, and just to remind you that you're never alone in this fight of fighting the devil and fighting for Jesus in Jesus' army. I'm always with you. I will be more than willing to be your prayer partner and all of that other stuff. So leave a comment down below if you want to start like a group email chain, or there's an app called Group Me that I've used before. I'd love to get some more Christian group chats going, because as much as I don't want to force my faith on anyone, and I never do that with these videos, and if you feel that way, I'm truly sorry. That's not my intention. But at the same time, it's like the Bible says you have to spread the word of God. So I'm definitely looking to help more people to find God, because I think God is a fabulous being in the world, and I think everybody needs God and Jesus in their life, even if they don't believe in it per se. I think it just gives such peace, and I often pray for peace in the world and calm in people's lives, because I have such anxiety. So I often pray for calmness in myself, inner calmness, and I just want everybody to be happy and live the best life they can. And I want them to be calm, and I want them to go to Jesus in their hard times like I do most of the time. Sometimes I feel like he doesn't listen to me, but it's a journey. You walk through it every day. Some days are better than others, but that's what Lent is about. It's about reflection, and it's about putting yourself in Jesus' shoes and seeing what he walked through. To wrap up this video, I would just like to take some time to insert a few clips from one of my favorite preachers and vloggers here on YouTube, Peter Fry from The Fry Life. He gave me this inspiration to make this special Lent edition of Faith Friday, and here's what he had to say in his Lent video. He made this a couple of years ago. Hope you enjoy as much as I enjoyed it.
People are putting ashes on their foreheads, they're giving up sweets, they're not eating meat for 40 days. You're like, what's the deal with Lent? Let's talk about it. The season of Lent among Christians is a bit like that casserole that Aunt Helga always brings to the family gatherings. You know, the one that some people love and some people hate, and some people take a bite here and there because they think that's the right thing to do. Or is it? Lent has a mixed review among evangelicals. I think this has much to do with the deep roots of Puritanism in America. The Puritans throughout the church calendar, they wouldn't celebrate the classic holidays of Christmas and Easter. They felt that daily piety was more important than seasons of the year where we celebrate certain things. And so they threw out the celebrations of Advent and Lent and classical traditions of the church calendar. It partially goes back to the Protestant reformers who had a beef with. They protested the church calendar. And many evangelicals are returning to practices like Lent. And Lent is a word that literally means 40 in the Latin and Greek. It's a season of 40 days that lead up to the celebration of Jesus' death and resurrection on Good Friday and Easter Sunday. Now, traditionally, it's a season of reflection, of remembering Jesus' suffering, and many practice the season of Lent by giving something up, whether it's sweets or meat or something else in their lives to perhaps, I think the tradition is to identify with Jesus and his sufferings. Well, I think some people aren't quite sure why they do it. So do we as evangelical Christians embrace the season of Lent, or do we not? And the answer is yes. In penitent prayer, these are all things that we would hope to be part of our ongoing Christian lives. And we all go through seasons where we focus on various aspects of the Christian life. And so I find it an appropriate and even meaningful season of the church calendar where we can set aside 40 days and remember Jesus' suffering, where we deeply immerse ourselves in the gospel narratives. I think that is a meaningful practice for us as evangelical Christians today.
That is going to do it for this special edition of Lent Faith Friday. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and thank you so much for listening to my testimony and listening to the words I have to say, because that means a lot to me. I hope you all have a great Lent, and I hope you all grow closer to Jesus in this time, and I hope you all have a happy Easter, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now. Don't forget to check out the rest of my playlist for the Faith Friday. Don't forget to share it with your friends, share it with your church, and don't forget to subscribe because I put new videos every single Monday and Friday.